when we were making when I was making the character first time, that hey, this is what my friend in Pennsylvania looks like. Okay, so I was talking to him one day, and like I sent him a picture. Like I made my character that, and like edited it a little bit so like it has his haircut and everything. And like I showed them, and I was like there was like it was me, him, his other friend, and his wife, and he's like, "Oh my god, that is me." So I'll show you what it looks like. Like I'll show you. Okay, you're watching the stream. Let me see if I can't find the picture. Where's the, no, that's
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
This depend upon my vigilance.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
What can I throw in?
Mayhap I'll treat myself to a tipple afore bed.
My bed calls and I
Do
shan't
stop and
resist.
have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Might try my hand at a new trade.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Mayhap I'll treat myself to a tipple afore bed.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Okay, and not a moment's rest.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
How are things? First impressions count for much. If you like, I can recommend you a new hairstyle or manner of face paint. Much obliged, sir.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Interested in my wares? Interested in my wares? Many thanks.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking
A treasure chest.
First impressions count for much. If you like, And that's a good look on you.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
I'm nodding off where I stand.
There's a ladder here. Ah, excellent find.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Might as well take a look. While you're here, stop by again soon.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
These were necessary expenses, mind. No use clinging to every last coin.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost. Hospitality in all the much obliged.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. Should my story entertain you?
Welcome to the... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Wonderful. Welcome to... We serve all manner of fine ales. Wonderful. Well met, sir. Welcome to the... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Always a pleasure. Fine way. Welcome to... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Always a pleasure.
Greetings, Your Majesty. There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strength, you've done a fine job culling those monsters. The number of those who seek out this tavern in the hope of an audience with the Arisen. Should you continue to display such an ere, it slips my mind.
Well done, Master.
By your efforts, our task is complete.
There is much we ought to tend to. For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign's identity, but may up approaching. What say you, your majesty? My thanks. Some of the sentries, once your infiltration is here. Take care, your majesty. Masquerades being as they are, much is made of appearance. There is much we ought to tend to. While examining the palace for some time now, what's more, this cannot be mere happenstance, yet 'tis strange. I dare say, 'tis a frail hope to be certain. Yet all this, I am glad to hear it.
Pawns may not enter the castle grounds, Master. We shall have to part ways at the gates.
I sense eyes upon us. This might contain useful information. Shall we take a closer look?
Could you come over here?
What's this? Come. Oh, if only my... Alas, and 'twould wound... If you're curious, the man's home is lit...
Tis an item of exceptional rarity. I cannot wait to tell my own master of its existence. Follow me. Follow me, Arisen. Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might...
You are the Arisen. Follow me!
not trained for this.
'Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, pray be cautious.
This sort of quiet means all's well.
If I see that rat again, I'll cut it myself.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble today.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone... Could it be that you have come to bring mother... Aye, Disa is my mother. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently resides... Could Mother have had a hand in...
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers.
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. This room turned up little of interest. But I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send... I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use... Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. I thought a stroll might clear...
Mayhap I really would have been better off. Sometimes I wonder if I'm cut out for this work.
I must ask you to comport yourself with the utmost civility while you are within the masquerade hall.
You're far from your station, are you not?
I was bored out my skull guarding the palace. At least here I can listen to some courtly music. Makes the hours go by that much quicker, see?
You ought not to abandon your post.
Ah, don't be like that. You know as well as I do.
One darkness and my hair's in disarray.
Another fancy party hosted by the Arisen. You'd think he's feeling plenty merry by now.
Best mind that tongue afore you lose it.
Methinks I'll have a rest.
Now, I mean, we who are gathered here are naught but nameless nobles. 'Twould be uncouth to inquire.
Have you heard? There's to be more restrictions on goods traded with Matar.
Little enough gold to spend as 'tis.
Now, how best to proceed? Oh, got to keep moving.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. I'll scour all the way.
In here.
Open up!
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on then, keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty.
Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye, aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check, lest you forget these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, I mean I. As you say, I'll go and sober up.
why not remove yours as well? This is not the Masquerade Hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phasus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. As you can see, I run an establishment that caters to certain pleasures. You're welcome to come and play anytime, if you escape with your life, that is. Know, however, that our services do not come cheap. Come see me in my bordlery, whene'er you're so inclined. I'll instruct my attendants to send you straight to me.
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you. Do take care not to stray so far next time.
It seems you have obtained information regarding the false sovereign. Captain Brant will be eager to hear of it, I'm sure. Huzzah! We must inform Captain Brant at once. Ah, yes. I know just where to find this person. Follow me.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Here, if you please.
Wait for the new equipment to come. Not to look forward to, but a long day. As quiet as
So, you've come. So, you...
I've no time for you now.
have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Oh. Then we are presented with 3 options. Or Deeza's arisen is false, or you are lying. Have you proof? Ah. They say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin by that mark. 'Twould seem this reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the raid, he went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true Arisen. And what befell him? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar. Aye. I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be? Escape? Here I spend, and I need not turn my ear to Deeza's. That said, tell me, does that ring any... Oh, to think such a place existed. Guide me outside, then.
It's been a hard day.
Aye, this should be far enough. If you truly are Arisen, words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes.
Shall we report this development to Captain Brant?
Wish I had someone to share this spot with.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb. We ought to put it to good use. Shall we get some rest then?
When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten.
Over here, if you please.
This walking's made my legs ache.
I'm on an adventure. Let's head to market before it slips my mind.
To draw in plenty of customers here.
Puts me in the mood for a song, it does.
Here we are.
There is much we ought to tend to. How fared your mission? Was there aught this scrap? This alone can prove little. To think, 'tis a surprise. But a welcome. If Regent Kings, you have done well, your majesty.
Phases.
There is much we ought to tend to. It seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered. Mayhap it would be prudent to visit. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray.
Out.
There is much we ought to tend to. Well, well. He is merely Desa's puppet then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of us, even were he to be removed. But if there's aught that compels my attention, he seems a man of import. Pray, allow me to investigate.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phases fellow. But what precisely is their aim? I'm not sure what we're dealing with here. It's been...
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to do not forget that we...
The person we're here to meet is nowhere to be seen. Shall we come back later? The current hour ill suits our progress. Let us visit an inn or make camp, and set out again later.
Oh, I possess no ill intent. Those of other races differ so in design from our own, you see. That's all 'tis, mind. And even if I did, it isn't as if I could pert no matter how they fascinate me. 'Tisn't to be.
The goblin... I hope you can reclaim aught from the fiends. 'Twould bring me peace of mind to know someone... taught them a lesson, at least.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far larger.
These foreign bows do so intrigue me. But you would simply give this fascinating, such as this bowstring. Why do you stare? I suppose I sought inspiration. The timing could not be more unwelcome. Forgive me. I should not expect... Every elf undergoes this trial when they reach maturity. I have been training most diligently. Indeed, I fear I grew so vexed with myself that I sought to learn a foreign... Thanks to you, it might be just what I need to find my aim. Please, sir, many thanks. But this is no place to practice. That's where I train, you see. I'll be able to concentrate on your display. I do hope you'll join me.
Need anything? Need anything? Stop by again soon.
Only care I have is how to spend the day.
Oi there, friend. All I ask is that you hear my request. My thanks, sir. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road. But only trouble is, there are still... That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Mar... I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reads splendid. Now, the carts only depart at certain hours of the day. And mind you, don't forget to pay your way before you board. Each cart travels with an... So anyone thinking of... But enough of my lecturing. Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time. Come find me when you've delivered that letter.
We need only deliver it to the intended recipient. Ox carts make for relatively safer travel. Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road.
This ox cart's bound... I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Not good will come of this.
This will not go unpunished.
I'll not stand. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
Goblins, master! Well done, master. Tis a bit far. Perhaps we...
Excuse me?
There, all is lost.
That's quite enough.
My patience wears thin.
Damn dragon. Hurry, everyone! Get yourselves to safety!
You go with them. I'll fell that thing myself. There you are.
Yourself. 'Twas a lesson in determination. Somehow I knew you'd come. You have my gratitude as well, sir.
Ulrika, glad I am to see you unharmed. You must return to the village. Everyone is concerned for you.
Forgive me. I'd best go. But I shan't forget this. Thank you. Truly.
That wasn't the dragon, but a poor imitation of it. No wonder I feel so hollow. Sigurd, you're the current Arisen, aren't you? I pray you do not walk the same path as I have.
'Tis a style all my own, a patchwork of techniques, honed for the... That wasn't the dragon, but a... Aye. For so long as we are united in our resolve...
You really ought to... We're saved. There's a ladder here. Ah, excellent find.
Well met, sir.
How much? Always a pleasure.
A solitary shard is fit for little. We need to seek out more of these if it's to be of use. We ought to keep it with care, lest we lose it.
Here already? Travelling by ox cart was a welcome change.
Mayhap we can employ a cart for our next journey.
Wasn't sure we'd survive that, but... what can I do for you? Ah, a letter from Lady Margaret, you say? She's a kindly sort, I must say. We met when I worked with her husband, Sir Gregor, on one occasion.
Shall we report our results?
Well met.
Hope to see you again.
Apologies, but I can't offer you...
We're saved.
What to do? He really ought to have returned by now.
This is a powerful weapon. A single bolt loosed from it would carry tremendous lethal force. It is not how we use this, but when that counts. I imagine it would be most beneficial in combat. I'll gather this. It might be of use.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now.
Might you consider lightening your pack, Master?
Let's see. What can we do without?
It's this way.
A full week has passed since Sir Mildred set off. I suppose 'tis time we beg.
This ox cart's bound. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Don't go soiling yourself now.
Well, never have I seen such a field.
If nothing else, let us avoid ending up in its monstrous maw.
wellspring of strength that shall never run dry.
The letter has reached its recipient. Shall we inform Sir Donovan, Master?
Ah, you've returned. Splendid. The cart reached its destination safe.
Ox carts seem a convenient choice for longer journeys. I see no harm in making use of them as needed, Master.
There's no great shock to me.
Good tidings, friend. As for me, I made the most of... You see, and that's when I can't just give it to you. Well, friend, what say you? Much obliged, friend. Suppose I'd best be off.
We have obtained a bunch of flowers, as Miss Daphne requested. Now we have but to deliver it to her. Ah, yes. I know just where to find this person. Follow me.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
We've arrived, I see.
Hi, Arisen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already? Oh, they'd say, would you mind see, one of my friends taught me all you have to do is find, but there's the, would you find a silver for true? I'll be waiting. Oh, I can't find a silver stone, Ed. Oh, say, aren't you? Well, I'll tell you. Not to say I'm unhappy at the, I want to tell them, oh, it's so shiny.
Miss Daphne seemed...
Oh, it's so...
Oh, it's not right. It does the doctor examine yet ere since he came.
I understand her. There is no medicine. I am caring for him. However, mayhap convalescing...
Home, you...
Dear, we are...
All right, he's still...
I will look after him.
That woman's taking...
Sir, 'tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I regret that I cannot offer, not to mention... Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing... You would procure it yourself. In that case, the slums are a bane. We do what we can with your aid is most...
Tell is, Maya's might can be harvested from phantoms. Monsters that wander the wilder night. At last! It all becomes clear.
Can't expect to fare so well every day.
If I grin and bear it, I'll make it through.
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor. Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
Aye. Tellis, her ties to this figure from the neighbouring country have a romantic tint.
My head if I skip another patrol.
Even I know when to shut my trap.
Yes, sir. Have you you procured what I... Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Ah, but in place of a reward, only if you've the time and inclination of... As servants of the gracious... Yet, at times, perhaps you were all an unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slum. By chance, he was examined by a roaming man, claiming so, he was put into our care. Here he is. We've been administering the medicine recommended. To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor's. After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only. But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. Come, come. We've medicine to prepare. We've enough to make a fresh batch now.
Psst. You listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up. See that empty bed? An old man, he told me he was feeling better. That he'd be well enough to leave. Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the Gracious Hand, come tell me of them, won't you?
Chaos in the world begins with...
I spend my days in quiet...
Each of our patients deserve... Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement. That is, the basement sick room. None of the other sisters are... Teles. She gives the patients a special medicine, which is to be expected, and yet...
Places such as this...
So... the worst of us are taken to the basement, and none save the abbess can enter? If you've done this much for me, would you be willing? You've my thanks. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. Should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to it that justice... See, I've already reported my suspicions to the Sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you... So I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need.
To get to the bottom of what is happening at the Gracious Hand, we shall have...
I have noticed.
How might we enter the basement sick room?
Not a bad idea. Mayhap 'twould serve us well to track down the former patients mentioned in these records of treatment.
You have my support.
Medicine? Now!
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found what? Do you think... Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw before coming here. Radcliffe, pray, sir, do what you can. You're back. Pray, these look like Johann and Bruno. I recall them being especially meek. At any rate, they may know aught of use. Lo...
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person, a saint-like. I wavered between life and death, can't say as I missed that basement, mind. Suppose 'tis only to be expected.
Elena? Ah, yes. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care. You see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then I started getting... In the end, I survived. But methinks... And once, I saw her. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up. You'd think 'twere medicine. But I'd not have bought they were whispering. But I did hear one of them say aught about keeping quiet. Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square, in the eastern part of the...
My joints have been aching something fierce of late.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Look, nicely done.
You suppose wrong. I command their full faith.
Ha! You're a fearsome one.
Enough. I gave you yours.
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want...
Glad we understand each other.
Aye, be seeing.
Lord Vasus. 'Tis a name of great import. Of that I'm certain.
I'm not sure what we're dealing with here.
Leave off.
The Goblin's Lair. I hope you can reclaim aught from the fiends. 'Twould bring me... Peace of mind to know someone taught them a
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful. The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
Slim pickings of late. Am I losing my touch?
I'm not taking any passengers.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel. Walking everywhere.
This ox cart's bound. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
This is beyond
Fine. Out of the car, all of you.
In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. I would like to see it.
It's letting and the early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
When tarred, be sure to avoid open flame. All is well. I feel as fit as ever.
The indignity of it.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm shall come to you. This is generally used as a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Say, you wouldn't it was stolen from me while I was delivering it, and if Master Everard is no exaggeration, he said to be quite truthful. Working under a man such as him, I'd only get chewed up unless you were to find it for me.
The Jadeite orb could be anywhere now. Perchance.
Have you come from Vernworth? How are things? The ancient battleground to the north is overrun. In times past, since a few days, it could be that aught's say. If I cannot dissuade you from traversing the ancient battleground, would you consider?
Was a bumpy ride. Well, we've
Greetings. Tell me, in your coming, he seems to have vanished while in possession of a treasure known as the Jadeite Orb. And if I may be candid, it is an item of precious, and in my hour of need, who should wander by but the good Arisen? You will be rewarded.
Sirs Offulf and Everard each seek the Jadeite orb. To whom ought we to grant it? Assuming we find the thing at all.
Well, come, if you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth. For yourself. Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. I shall have your order crafted in good time. A little patience is all I ask. Many thanks to you.
The Jadeite orb is safely in hand.
Oi, you there! I don't mean to pry, only...
Morris! I've just found out Roger's been a...
What?
I've just heard news.
Oh, my poor boy.
Morris, think what you're saying, friend. We can't go charging off after the lad.
Do you truly expect the soldiers won't do all? Concern it all. He's right. Do you if you return him to me, I will...
Let us speak with everyone we can think of who...
So, how goes it? Did you manage to retrieve the Jadeite orb? Very well. Pray con...
Annie's delivered me my remedy. I still recall his... Oh, Rog. What...
Have you heard the rumor? There was no warning, no apparent cause. Of course, such rumors are best taken with a grain of...
Right, just follow me.
The flowers that bloom around here, good from what I can glean, the petals absorb... Isn't that unusual?
I only work when I fancy.
It's this way.
The Arisen has chosen to fill our ranks with women.
And I've no objections.
I happen to understand, Elvish Master.
To the chest. I shall take a look inside.
Turn out your head! The archers are... Their arrows can pierce us from beyond our line of sight.
Careful now. You're soaked. Do try not to catch cold. Power surges within me. Difficult to explain, but I feel as if I'm possessed of a greater power. On my way.
We're going this way now, I suppose. By all well.
'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid. seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Resting when and where you can is the secret to weathering a long journey. Oxen are to be found here, of all places.
'Tis best to leave harmless creatures be. We cannot break it from this side. True enough. Ah, now here's a surprise. A splendid discovery.
Ha! I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this. Seems there are wolves on the ground. You'll not live to regret this. Now there's a novel idea. I've never seen my own master attempt such a feat.
Now that is a surprise. Look there. I espy another statue. Climbing it would grant a clearer picture of our environs. The product of heedlessness. I'm saved. Thank you, Arisen. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
You'll never reach our destination if you continue in that direction, Master. But I suppose I can guide us there later.
The Arisen decides our path. Hold fast, Arisen! I shan't let you...
A measure of haste would not go amiss.
Whatever tip you need. Gladly enough. It's pleasantly cool here. What with a canopy overhead?
This maze of trees offers ample advantage to rogues and bandits.
You have my support. It's hard to find my footing in this darkness.
I remember. Thought you saved me. How did you know where I was? I suppose he must... If it's all the same to you, sir.
Our results are awaited. What say we make our report? Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Might there be aught over there?
We ought to take a closer look. The day grows darker with our every step.
Ears pricked. 'Twill be difficult to pinpoint distant foes by sight alone.
midst of battle. Look out, Arisen! We're under attack!
These fiends will tolerate so long as their souls remain intact. Fear not! I shall gladly smash every last one. Feast your eyes on this!
This calls for a curative. I've a wellspring of strength that shall never run dry. I've never felt more alive.
You'll not live to regret this!
Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
This way now, I suppose. By your will.
'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid.
Gotta take opportunities as they come, I say.
Unless I am much mistaken. We have cause to visit a place not far from here.
We might kill two birds with one stone, or focus on our current objective. Both choices have merit. So, we finally arrived. Thought we'd never make it.
Are you trying to provoke me? Now you've gone and made me lose my temper. You take me for a no more.
I always draw the short straw. Well met, son. How might I be of service?
All this work and not a shred of gratitude.
Interested in my wares?
Pray, just leave me be!
No harm shall come to you.
You'll get what's coming to you.
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
Stomach's growling. Time for an early supper.
I'm going to go exploring. What was it I had to do?
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
They can be most convenient, though they only travel during the day.
What a right mess I'm in. was all for naught.
Ah, now here's a surprise. A splendid discovery.
Ha! I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
I've seen better days, that's for sure.
Pretty kind to me.
Got to work if I'm to put bread on the table.
Well met, sir. How is the day treating you then?
Might as well take a look while you're here. Here, eh? Stop by again soon.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter. We've a journey to prepare for, after all. We can't afford to cut corners.
Life is for the living, friend.
As I recall, the location of another of our tasks is not far from here.
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
Rog?
Hello, Grandfather.
'Tis a miracle. You're alive and in one piece. Oh,
Grandfather!
Oh, hush.
Very sorry,
And you. Words alone will ne'er be enough to express the debt. Pray, take this. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. For sake...
Outstanding.
That was hardly a challenge for adventurers of our caliber.
It is vital that we rest and regain our strength before moving on.
If I could, I'd never know.
Lots to do, and precious little time.
Aye? In need of a doctor, are you? What's this you're giving me? Interesting. Naturally, I'll need a bit of...
Need anything?
There's much needs doing.
Well, oh, there's always demand for weapons. Particularly near the border, where quarrels occur everywhere. The other day. Always a pleasure.
Welcome, sir. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth for you. The creation of a masterpiece takes time, sir. Pray, hope to see you again.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Welcome. If you think me a liar, then buy something. The item you requested is complete. Here you are, sir. Use it well. Many thanks to you.
Oh, a forgery, eh? This should prove interesting. I look forward to seeing what you do with it.
My heart shies from the thought of using it for deception, but that decision is not mine to make.
So, how goes it? Did you manage to retrieve the jadeite orb? Ah, splendid. Before we discuss your... You see, in my life, come. I try...
Follow my lead.
Good day, Ibrahim. Now, I have a bit of business to attend to while he performs his appraisal. I asked...
What is it? The
He ought to be finished by now. You have done your title proud, Aris. My partners shall be most... You have certainly earned... And I do hope you will permit...
This is quite a quandary.
Could it be yours? If I cannot dissuade you from pressing onward...
There you are! Pray, tell me, have you found the jadeite? Oh, thank you, thank you! Pray, take this. I know... Right, I'd best get going. Sir, though we may
I fear we have done Sir Otholf an unkindness. May he find the strength... to weather him. His troubles.
I do wish we'd had fairer tidings to share.
Bed calls, and I shan't resist.
Ah, there you are. I must ask, where to be plain? It has the potential to heal one's ailment, certainly. Worse still, it has addictive... I say patient, but I should hope whoever made this did not intend it as a...
Myself to a tickle before bed.
Bus not a bit tomorrow.
Oh, what a meeting.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel. Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light.
This ox cart's bound. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
I got the foggiest.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few. A crime committed here will see one confined to jail. I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work. Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
About anywhere.
Yes, I love more than a saucy rumour.
I'm sure I can handle this. Quite sure. No right.
I swear I've not blinked once in the last hour.
What can I do?